Greetings everyone, it's IT2. I have a book haul today. We're going to have a book review tomorrow because I'm about to finish up Assassin's Quest. So, there's this book that was checked out at the library in December and nobody brought it back, and I finally checked it again 6 months later and it's back there now, so I checked it out. While I was out, I went to some thrift stores and I had some books from before that I haven't showed you guys. I got Goodwill, apparently. I went to Goodwill again, and then I went to the library, and I went to Salvation Army. So I've got a lot of crap. Oh yeah, I was gonna have some of these prequels that I have. I'll just tell you. Let's start over here with Goodwill from before. I've got Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is the first in the trilogy. This is the movie cover, so it's not as good. Thick ass paperback, 700 something pages. So I'd like to eventually get the hardback of this. I don't know what it's about other than witches. This one, a very popular book, The Gilded Ones. I think this was like a New York Times bestseller last year. Namina Forna, The Gilded Ones, and it's got green edges. Some kind of African themed fantasy, I'm assuming. Then we got a sci-fi, I think, article. No, it's about a woman who has no body. She's like a ghost and she's running around with her friends, but they don't know she's there. Something like that. That seemed pretty interesting. This was by Gina Rosati. And then this one I bought because it just looked cool as fuck. I got this one at Ollie's. Curio, Evangeline Denmark. She's got like a poison potion or something there. Looks like Pathfinder from Path of Exile. There's some kind of chemist's guild or something like that. Looks pretty dope. And this one, Last of Her Name, Jessica Corey. I just got it because it's the size of book that I like. It's this size paperback. And it's popular fiction, I guess. Scholastic published. That's usually not good. This might be a mid-grade. Something about destiny written in the stars. I don't know what this is about. Then I got The Raven Boys. This could be some kind of a romance. Maggie Stiefvater? Stiefvater. What does that mean? Stillwater or something? Actually, this looks a little bit anime-ish. Kind of looks like... Oh, that's not a sword. Looks like they're at a private school. Welsh mythology, murder, paranormal romance. Yeah, see, you can't trust those. And then we got, I know I've got Robert Ludlum, Born Supremacy and Born Ultimatum. I think I have this as Born Imperative. Then there's a Born something after this, I think, that I saw today that I could have got. What is it? Legacy? No. Supremacy, Ultimatum, Objective, Legacy, Deception, Born Betrayal. I don't know, there's so many of these Born books. It was one of them. It might have been this one. So I got this one in hardcover, so I don't need the paperback that they had, which is good. And then I got this book. I got a lot of like coffee table books today, and like some random not fiction books. This is a guide to C++. Learn to Code, the Black Book. This was one they mentioned in Hackers. C++ Black Book. It's got these things. It's got all kinds of like function templates and solutions to like code in C++. I don't know. I might get around to browsing it when I'm 80 and I decide to start coding. Okay. So then, let's see here. We've got Poul Anderson Explorations. There's some kind of like fuzz on the front of it. I don't think I've had this one yet. Any kind of like Poul Anderson and Peter F. Hamilton I collect because I saw a guy who collected sci-fi and he had a bunch of those, so I assume it's good. Haven't read any of them yet. Peter Straub, The Hellfire Club. There's another Hellfire Club that's not Peter Straub, but this is the one that's like, he's like Stephen King, right? He's the one that he wrote Talisman with, right? Yeah. The Hellfire Club is the name of the club in Stranger Things, but I don't think this had anything to do with it unless it was named after this book. Anyway, it's not very good condition, but whatever. Got a couple of Bernard Cornwells, Sharp's Prey and Sharp's Tiger of the Sharp series. My other one is in there. I got another Sharp book in there. And then I got Mercedes Lackey. I don't have any of her, I don't think. Magic's Pawn. Book 1 of The Last Herald Mage. This one was giving me Assassin's Apprentice vibes. It's got a horse. Okay, it's not a unicorn. It's a horse. That's good. Though Vaniel has been born with the near legendary abilities to work both herald and mage magic, he wants no part of such things. That's just like the skill and the wit. It's just like Assassin's Apprentice, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. And then I got Marion Zimmer Bradley, Fall of Atlantis, which is fantasy. See, they wrote it on there. You can't read it, but it says fantasy. So, what was this, $1? I think it was $1.50. Yeah, see, the mass market paperbacks, they don't have the acid-free paper, and you get this yellowing around the edges. Not preferable. This is the one kind of books you want to put in those little plastic baggies if you want to keep them for a long time. Shit, bag broke. We got some good ones in this one. We got the World of Warcraft Traveler, The Spiral Path, Greg Weisman. So I don't know. These are like kids' books, I guess, but it's World of Warcraft. So they also had the World of Warcraft movie adaptation at the library. I didn't get it because I didn't figure it'd be good. I got Unwind by Neil Shusterman. I'm pretty sure this is the one where they take your DNA apart, right? And reproductive rights. Life is inviolable from the moment of conception to age 13. Then, 13 and 18, however, parents can have their child unwound, whereby all of the child's organs are transplanted into different donors. So it's like a late term abortion where you give the donor the organs to people, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, this is the guy that wrote the Scythe trilogy, Neil Shusterman. I think. Is this SCH? Is this a different Shusterman? Is my camera auto-focusing? I should have had that turned off. I don't know why it keeps turning back on. Yeah, damn it. Keeps changing my settings. Also, I've got The Hunted by Charlie Higson. Now I have The Fear by Charlie Higson with the black spray-painted edges. I think this is a zombie novel, kids versus zombies. I think this might be the first one, which means I can start reading it now. No, this is the third one. The Enemy, The Dead, The Fear, then I think The Hunted. Man, I think there's 6 books in this series. This is kind of a mid-grade, but it looks pretty cool. Spine looks really cool altogether. And then we got these coffee table books. Wait, we got one more. Autonomous. Annalee Newitz. It says, Autonomous is to biotech and AI what Neuromancer was to the internet. It sounds like a Daniel H. Green novel. Wait, is it Daniel Green? Daniel H. Wilson. Daniel Green's the YouTuber. So, look at this giant book of Feng Shui, the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Feng Shui. Teaches you how to, like, I thought it was going to be like overhead views, like they have the YouTube videos, like how you can place your furniture. This looks more like just a Chinese encyclopedia. China. And then we also got cool stuff and how it works. So you open it up and there's like airplane routes, crash test dummies, rechargeable batteries, watches, carbon fiber, MP3 players, games. Just like an encyclopedia of how stuff works. It's got an iPad on the front, or an iPod. It's like one of those old baseball cards where you do this and it changes. Look at that. Hologram. Let's put it up there. C++. Now, I went to the library. And I got Sherilyn Kenyon, Time Untimed. This is the one. It's got the little bow and arrow icon. So I thought, a Dark Hunter novel. I think that means it's a sequel to Infinity, which I have. I'm not sure, because it doesn't show Infinity as one of the books that she's written on here. Oh yeah, it does. Chronicles of Nick. So this isn't one of those. It's the other series that looks interesting that she wrote. Anyway, this is like 50 cents. And this one, King Rat, James Clavell, the guy that wrote Shogun, Taipan, the whole Asian saga. I mean, it's a paperback, but it does have sprayed edges. And it is old. You don't get sprayed edges like a long time ago. What published date was this? 1962? No way they made it like green edges in 1962. It looks that old though. It's like, it's all yellowed. Didn't it say first edition? I had something that said first edition on it. Anyway, I don't know if you can read these out of order. Maybe you can. Because surely Shogun's in Japan and Taipan is in Taiwan or something, right? What was that one? Ken Follett? I have like Winter of the World or something like that. The Century Trilogy. It's like 3 books that take place over 100 years each book or something like that. Brian Lee Durfee talks about. This is the first one of that. Fall of Giants. It's paperback. The other one I had was hardback, so it's not going to match. But if Ken Follett's good, focusing in and out. Only 50 cents, so who cares? And then I've got Dean Koontz, Frankenstein, number 2. Don't have number 1, but now I've got number 3, Dead and Alive. Frankenstein novel, book 3. This is probably going to be a real quick read, too. It's like 350 pages, skinny, not a lot of words per page. If you want to cheat your yearly count. So I've got James Rollins' Crucible, which is like book 6 or 7 in that series, and this is James Rollins' The Bone Labyrinth, the Sigma Force books. I don't know which number this one is. Doesn't show it on here. Anyway, I've got another one of these. Did you guys know Midnight Texas, the TV show, is written by Charlaine Harris, the one that wrote the True Blood TV show? I didn't know that. And then I checked out Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I'm going to be reading tomorrow at work. Because, oh, it's got illustrations. Nice. I needed something that's like a 3-day read, and this is like 350 pages, something like that. Yeah. And I was going to read Percy Jackson, but it wasn't even on my list for this year. This one is. This one, yeah, they checked it out in December and didn't bring it back. They also had Wicked at Goodwill. It had spray painted green edges, but the corner was all torn, and it's like, what that Broadway musical is based off of. Seemed a little gay. I didn't get that. And they had The Naked God by Peter F. Hamilton, I believe. But if you look at that one, I'm looking on Goodreads right now. It's called the Night's Dawn books. Naked God is Night's Dawn number 3. Naked God 2, Faith, Night's Dawn 3. So that's part 2 of number 3? That's the one they had. I've seen Naked God, Night's Dawn, or 3 number 1. Naked God 1, Flight. Okay, so Naked God, wait, what? It's so confusing. Naked God 1, Flight. Naked God 2, Faith. Naked God by itself. These are 3 different books that all says Night's Dawn 3 on it. And then there's some other books named Naked God, but somebody else. I don't know. I'm confused. They also had up there Life After Google, which seemed kind of interesting. I might get if it's still there when I go back. And There might have been another one that was kind of, I wasn't sure if I had it or... There's a Ben Bova at the library. I didn't remember what book it was, but it was right there at the front, so I looked at it and I saw, yep, grab that. And I didn't grab it because I was looking at all the other books and I forgot about it. So, how you live, you learn. Not a big whoop. That's it.